Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's Crypto Corner. I hope you all had a wonderful week. The time now is 8:45 a.m. GMT. We are in the London session. We are doing the weekly outlook for the crypto markets. So let's have a look. We are now at the all-time highs. Bitcoin has reached the all-time highs. Where do we see the market going from here? Where do we see Bitcoin going from here? Does it continue higher? There's been talks of 75,000, 100,000. Are we going to see those levels? All right, before we get started, if you'd like to contact us, check out all our videos. Go to my channel on YouTube. Under the description, you'll find the contact details as well as our website. You can use the website to purchase the course if you're interested in the course. The next course starts on the 5th of April. All the details on the website. If you'd like to contact us, you can do so on the website under this live chat. This comes straight to us, so we'll respond to that. Right, so without wasting any time, let's get right into the market. Let's first start with how we have been looking at the market and how it has played out. So there's some of the recent forecast on Bitcoin. If you remember this corrective structure here on Bitcoin, we looked for these to make a three-wave correction. This was when we were around the 29,000, the 30,000. In December, we were around 20,000. When we left in December, we were forecasting 30,000. Okay, we were forecasting 30,000. Bitcoin went on to hit 40,000. We're looking at this, so that's fine. Now, we looked at this correction, we were tracking it as it was playing out. Now we forecasted that Bitcoin was going to hit 58,000. Okay, this chart was done on the 7th of February. We've now hit 58,000 and even the all-time high is at about 61,000 simply by looking at this structure. How has that been playing out and why were we forecasting that move? If you look at this is one, this is two. We're looking for these to go all the way up to 58,000, give us a pullback and a move to the upside. And that's how we've been looking at Bitcoin. How has that played out so far? That is how Bitcoin has played out so far. Okay, so this is not the latest, just this was the chart from the 20th, but Bitcoin, as we know, has already reached 61,000 all-time highs around these levels. So it looks like this wave 5 is not done as yet. This wave 5 in the red degree, we've focused that it was going to come to about 64,000, but we've just come around this area. What we're going to be doing now is to check, are we going to see all-time highs on Bitcoin? Okay, we're going to revert back to this chart. Let's just look at the other forecast that we did. This was Litecoin. I'm also expecting a further move to the upside, all the way to the upside on Litecoin. How has that played out on Litecoin? As you can see, that was the forecast. That's how the sequence goes. Okay, Litecoin. Now this is Ripple. Ripple, we were looking for this to go all the way to the upside. We didn't quite get there on Ripple, but this is how this is played out now. We got around these levels. Okay, we'll update now shortly what we expect of the market going forward. And that's all we have. So if you like to check out the Forex markets as well, the Forex webinar, you can just check out the next video on our YouTube channel. Now, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Something very interesting on Bitcoin happening right now. Everybody's thinking 75,000, 100,000. Yes, in the future, we will see those levels as the sequence is showing us, but what do we expect now on Bitcoin? Let's have a look. Price never lies. Let's have a look. Before we even talk about wave analysis, let's just talk about the RSI, the relative strength index. And I'm not saying this is the indicator we use. We've got a strategy that we use with the indicator. But let's just have a look at the relative strength on this so we can see what is going on. So in green there, let me just clean this up. In green, what you see there is the previous highs that we've seen on Bitcoin. Let me clean up the whole chart here. So I just want to leave the indicators. If you look at the first high here, just ignore this. Look at the RSI. Okay, so if you look at this, we went and made from December, we came from 20,000. This was the forecast. If you look at the videos from December, we're focusing flat. From here, we're going to hit 29,000. Okay, not 40,000 as you see there. My forecast was only 29,000. Okay, that was my target in December when I left. Okay, and then we eventually hit 40,000. Good thing. Right, so we made that high at 40,000. That was the first high at 40,000. Right, so at 40,000, we've been tracking this correction. We've been saying this is that we're expecting the next leg higher on Bitcoin, the one that I've just shown you initially when we started, that we were forecasting 58,000 from those levels. We've hit the 58,000. That means another new high. That's a new high, right? That's on the 4-hour. Now, recently, just over the weekend, we've hit 61,000. That's another new high. Okay, can you see what the price is doing? It's making these new highs. But what is the indicator doing? It's making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. It's not making those new highs. So that means we are almost at the end of this cycle, and we're going to expect to see a deeper pullback from here. So that pullback may not be a complete reversal necessarily. It may even be just this continuation pattern that can give us a flat correction here. We're going to talk about this flat correction just now. That will result in Bitcoin retesting the lows at 42,000 and then push to the upside. That's on the 4-hour. Let me just go to the daily here. Then you'll see the divergence clearly. Can you see the divergence on the daily? That's the first high that we hit after December. Second high that we hit after after January. Now the recent one currently, we are here. Does it look like the market that is still going to push to the upside? We're going to see a deeper correction from current levels. So it looks like we are almost at the end. Remember, the RSI does not tell you exactly where that reversal is going to happen. It tells you that it is about to come. So that means you don't have a warning, because this can keep pushing up high and makes another high before it pushes lower. So the RSI is not a reliable indicator. This is a lagging indicator if you're using it alone. Obviously, the way we use our indicators, we use them in a way that they are leading. Okay, we don't just look at the indicators. Actually, the indicators are the last thing that we look at after all the analysis. Now, let's look at the 4-hour. What do we expect in the short term? So this is the flat correction that I was talking about on Bitcoin. I'm spending a bit more time here because the rest of the structures on the on the cryptos like Ethereum and Litecoin and Ripple is similar. There's a possibility that we have made. Remember what we said when this corrective structure started? Let's switch off here. I said these are 3 waves. This spike that you see here is 3 waves to the downside. And this is another 3 waves. Even if it was a spike, we don't ignore the spikes. Can you see this? This was a WXY corrective structure. That's how we looked at this. WXY. Now, this, the reason why I'm saying that wave 5 in the red degree may not be complete is that this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then we look for a 5. You already saw the divergence is already playing out. Does not stop this from getting another leg higher, but that leg may not go far. Okay, so if that is the case, we may see that leg here, and then we get that deeper pullback that we're looking at on Bitcoin before we get the next big leg to the upside. So this may be the way forward that we're looking at here. 1, 2, let's do that in red. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we are not reading this correctly, because remember you're reading this with a naked eye, you may not see it clearly. So that's why you get an alternative sometimes. So you may be thinking that there still needs to be a 5th wave there, and actually you already have the 4th wave here and the 5th wave. Unfortunately, you won't know that beforehand. We already see divergence, okay? Or this may not even be 5 waves here, but rather a 3-wave structure. And if it's a 3-wave structure that is in the same degree as this, we can get a 3-wave pullback or a 5-wave pullback like follows. That makes a flat correction. And this flat correction, remember it was already broken here, so it can be expanding, it can be a running flat. And a running flat means it can turn at any point. It can even happen before here, before we reach these levels here. But that's what we're going to be watching here on Bitcoin. So fold your hands for now. Watch what we get here. A confirmation for this will mean that we're coming down here and we're going to start looking to accumulate again around these levels. So it's a bit, we are currently at critical levels on both cryptocurrencies. Here is Ethereum. So Ethereum, again, the same thing. We've got 3 waves to the downside. 1, 2, 3. Looks like we've gone up here in 5 waves as well. So we're looking for this one to continue to the upside. Could this have made truncation here? And then we're going to see pull back to the downside. So we just need to wait for this. Let's just wait for this to confirm for us. 1, 2, if we're getting a corrective structure here, then we're going to see this move to the downside. Right, so that is Ethereum. We're at critical levels. There's very strong divergence here as well. As you can see, very strong divergence. RSI is not pushing up higher. We've made a new high. We've made a new low. So we could be seeing this one coming back around these levels. Litecoin. Pretty much like Bitcoin, very similar to Bitcoin. We are seeing these 3 waves here on Litecoin, 1, 2, 3. This one has made another 3 waves. And we could see another 3 or 5 waves here as follows before we get another move to the upside. So watch out for this on Litecoin. Ripple going sideways. We're seeing this as a 3-wave structure. We could see this one coming to retake the bottom there. Structure that we're looking at is this one on Ripple. Bit of downside, and then we get this structure. If we're getting that structure, we could be getting this. And finally, we'll look at this structure on Ripple as follows. Then we have different color. Am I out of colors? Let's use green. We started with this move 1, 2. So we could have this one coming down here and then upside. And that's how we're going to be looking at Ripple. All right, so that's all I wanted to look at this week, guys. So trade responsibly. You want to sit on your hands for now to see what the next leg higher is on Bitcoin. Okay, so just to wrap up, just look at the ratio between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. You can see that Bitcoin is still the outperformer. The fact that Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin is coming down means the ratio is coming down, and that means Bitcoin is outperforming Bitcoin Cash. As I've said previously, it does not mean that Bitcash is going down. It just means it is being outperformed by Bitcoin. But otherwise, the structure is similar to what you are seeing on Bitcoin, and we may be seeing this one coming back down here for this move. Right, and the case is the same for the rest. That's all I have for you this week, guys. Have a good week. Please drop us a like, drop a comment, and that bell notification so that you can get a notification or an alert next time we upload a video. Good week, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.